Hello Cancer, a wonderful good morning to you. Good to see you here. Cancer, I am going to do your springtime oracle reading. We are going to have a look at what blocks your energies and what could be the solution for this. Right? I am using, because you see, I am not a psychic. I'm not claiming to be a psychic. I have no idea what's going to happen in the future. As far as I'm concerned, we have our life and our future in our own hands. But where the cards can help us is to see where, how shall I say, where in the current situation, things are not going the way they should, and sometimes we just don't know the solution, or we could do with a little bit of inspiration with regard to a possible solution, or different ways that there might be that we have not seen yet. So Cancer, I'm working with two decks today. One is the Dark Mirror Oracle deck, fantastic for insight, for deep insight. The cards are a bit creepy, but the artwork is beautiful and they're very, very useful, and I love them. The other deck of cards is called Wisdom of Hafiz. It's comparatively new. I absolutely adore this. The artwork is gorgeous and the energy is very light and uplifting. So we're going to use this deck to find out what in your life right now blocks your energies and hinders you from moving forward in a happier way. And with these cards we're going to find possible solutions. Cancer, let's get started. What is blocking Cancer right now? What is blocking Cancer's energies? Okay, let's see what we have. Interesting. Cancer, our three cards are Hiding Your True Self, Masquerade, and I Won't Cry For You. These cards have titles, and we start with this card here. So this is not a future, a past, present, future situation, but I just need several cards, to get a proper idea of what is going on, because things are never so black and white. I need a bit more depth. So Cancer, here, hiding your true self. Many of you are in a situation where you are not showing up as your authentic self, and it's hurting possibly others, but it's hurting most definitely yourself. You see, this here is the same person, right? In one version, she's covering her face, and in the other, you can see the face. So these are the two possibilities. And right now we see only a part of her, and the other part is hidden. By the way, it doesn't matter if there are men or women in the cards. This is about energy, so it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman. If this is a woman in the card and you're a man watching this, the energy of the card would still be for you. Right, so what is blocking you is in part that you're not showing up as your authentic self. Maybe out of fear, maybe because you don't think it's safe, which is related of course to fear. Maybe because you have maybe there are some parts of your true self that you yourself need to unearth again, or still for yourself, parts of your personality, parts of your character. And once you have discovered them, the energy is going to be unblocked, because you'll have new possibilities. Interesting. I had this card today already in a reading for a different sign, and the meaning was really somewhat different. So this is interesting. Sacred card, Masquerade. Let's have a look. This is a very beautiful card. Have a look at this. We have a man in a carnival costume, as if he just went to a Venetian carnival or is on the way. There is this gorgeous hat. It's like a crown. It looks like a bird in a way. And all kinds of leaves and feathers and everything. It's very artistic and very ornate and detailed. And what I find interesting is that he's actually not wearing a mask in front of his face. But Cancer, this is interesting. Maybe you're showing up in the past in a situation where you were showing yourself authentically as yourself without a mask, and the outcome was not as desired. You did not get the reaction that you wanted, or you felt you were making yourself too vulnerable, and as a result of this you started to hide a part of yourself. That's entirely possible. Let me get a bit closer, it's a bit far away. This is too vulnerable. Let's better hide who I truly am deep down. But this is there's blockage there too. See, we cannot function properly not functioning as our or showing up as our true self. Cancer, this card here, when you look at his face, I think there's a tiredness in this. It looks almost as if the masquerade is over and the festivities are over and it's been a very long night. And there's a bit of disappointment, about the wonderful times being over. If you're longing for better times that are in the past, look forward to the future and see how you can rebuild your life. That's a big task, of course, but in this card there's really, I have the feeling, this is one of the characters in the cards I feel true empathy with, because it seems to me, Cancer, as if all joy for life, lust for life, has just been drained from this person. And so there's a lethargy there. It's, it would be much nicer to go back to festivities and dancing, meeting up with people, just enjoying ourselves. But for one reason or another, many of you can't do this right now. It's as if you've lost the energy inside your body, mind and soul to celebrate and to be joyful and see the beautiful, happy things in life, and go about life in the way as if it's, it's not just a big party, obviously, but to see the beauty where it truly is, and the joy and the mirth, the excitement, also the mystery. There's something about disillusionment in this card. The mask has fallen. Who dropped the mask in your life, Cancer? Is it you towards yourself, having a good look at yourself and realizing things that you were not aware of before? Is it someone else and you all of a sudden see behind their mask? Interesting. Disillusionment, disappointment is causing a lethargy that is blocking your energy too. There is energy inside you, but you need to find your joy of life back first. The last card is called I Won't Cry for You. And look what she's doing. She's crying after all. But the eyes are wide open and she's ready not to weep any further. You see the drop of blood here. This is interesting. This is like a little vial, a glass vial with liquid in. And it is as if she collected her bloody tears. It's like a vampire picture or something. She collected her bloody tears and she's holding them. But this is very much about releasing the sadness, because she is holding this with an open hand. Okay, she's with an open hand, ready to let it go. No more crying for this person or the situation. Yes? Looking forward, ahead into the future. Straight ahead. So what is the blockage here is that she is not quite there yet. There are still tears, there is still sadness, there is resentment. I won't cry for you is a resentful statement along the lines of, you don't deserve my tears. the moment of healing is truly that moment, Cancer, when we don't even feel the need anymore to say that. We're truly disconnected and healed and happy and a new life. Okay. So, not being authentic, disillusionment, lethargy, no joy of life, and resentment and tears still there, but already the will to move forward, but kind of being stuck in the anger. Let's see what we have here as the solution. Because, we're at the beginning of spring. It's all about regrowth, rebirth, and with a bit of luck, it will be not rain, but just a little bit of sunshine for us as well. Okay, Cancer, let's have a look. Okay. Interesting. So here, these two cards go very well with each other. This card is called Study to Know Yourself. This is what it looks like. You can see that person there with a book in her hand, studying, and all the light and the open space of realization and knowledge is opening up above him or her. This is wonderful, and it goes very well with this card in that sense that, we have not shown up as our authentic true self for whatever reason, and for that also we need to forgive ourselves. Look at yourself and the parts of you that you're hiding. Look at and study to understand the situation better, why you have done so. If you have done this already and you understand, study to know yourself, have a good look at those parts within yourself that you maybe are not using that could better your situation. Maybe you don't need to be afraid. Maybe you do not need to be scared and hide a part of yourself. Maybe you just didn't know this yet. If there was a reason to hold back and to be afraid, look very closely into the situation, how you can create a safe situation for yourself where you can truly be not just yourself the way you are now, but increase that knowledge about yourself. Learn more about you and keep growing and make yourself kind of the main project here, not someone else who is intimidating you. Okay. Now the second card, beautiful. It means protect your boundaries. There it says protect your boundaries, and we have a bold and proud, beautiful looking stag. That card shows us, Cancer, that you have what it takes to protect yourself. Look at these antlers. You can defend yourself and protect yourself. You don't need to be afraid. And whoever overstepped your boundaries, better watch out. Because, we don't want to be hostile. We don't need to be aggressive, but we can be firm and strong because we have at this point learned a thing or two about ourselves. We know what we want and what we don't want. And we have the strength and the courage to tell people what the situation is. Look at this. This is almost, there's the wreath of victory already around him. Wonderful. And not quite sure how this fits in yet with this card. Give me a moment. Cancer, is it possible that some of you have dealt with one or two people that have been just absolute spoil sports? Just really destroying the fun for everyone else in a small way, or maybe in a drastic, massive way. Maybe life with them was just no fun anymore. Maybe they have taken, as it feels or seems to you right now, the last bit of your energy and resistance to protect your boundaries, because they were just, it's just sucking the life out of everything. The life of the party they are not. You maybe were. and well, no more of this. See, the thing is, many of these readings can be quite serious and deal with problems and all of that, but let's not forget that life is to a great extent about having fun and enjoying ourselves, enjoying the experience of being a human being, being alive. And if someone is behaving in a way that we feel the need to protect our boundaries, and it leaves us, without feeling there's any fun in our life anymore, we feel lethargic, we feel disappointed, disillusioned, that someone could even do something like this, or that it's necessary. Maybe we feel just a bit tired of having to bring up the energy to protect our boundaries time and again with the same person. And again, you've told them already a gazillion times what your boundaries are. Look, Cancer, the next step needs to be some kind of consequences. Right? But your boundaries, don't be too rigid. Remain open towards other possible solutions. But if you know something as your real, genuine boundary, stick up for yourself, stand up for yourself and stick by it. Lovely. And the last one is quite obvious and very straightforward. It's called seek counsel. And there we have two people, and they are there for each other. And Cancer, if you have people like this in your life, trust your friends, your family, whoever it may be. Open up to people. Do not try to deal with everything by yourself, And if it's possible for you, this card very directly suggests to go and find a therapist of sorts. But do your research, look at reviews, also at the technique. What kind of therapy are they using? One kind may be better fitting for you than others. But either that or ask for advice. It is perfectly fine not to know how to move forward. And when it's about feeling resentment for someone, maybe it helps to talk to someone and just let it all out. I mean, this seems so basic, but it's astonishing, Cancer, how many of us are just trying to shoulder the burden by themselves. Open up. There's no shame in, feeling the way you do right now. Yeah. So, hiding your true self, disillusionment, lethargy, resentment. Get to know yourself better and all the parts that you're hiding, and see how strong they really make you. Which means you don't need to, in the moment you realize that, you don't need to bother with any of the nonsense anymore anyway. Right? Because you have all the strength in you. And here, protect your boundaries. It's sad that sometimes we need to put the foot down and say, in case you haven't noticed, a no is a no, whatever this may be the situation or mean. But there it is, very, very important. It could also have to do with gaslighting. When you look at this, study to know yourself. Get back in touch with who you know your true self to be. Do not allow other people to gaslight you. Stand up for your boundaries. Know who you are. Know who you are. And, other people can have an impression of you. That's perfectly fine. Doesn't mean that they're right. If they're telling you, oh, you are that, you are so weak, you are so gullible, you are this, you are that, all these little things to put you down and make you smaller, all that nasty stuff. Have a good look at yourself, Cancer. Are you really like this? I don't think so. I don't think you are. And if you're not quite sure, because they have gaslighted the living daylight out of you and you're confused at this point about who you are again, go to someone who knows you and ask them, look, this may seem silly or weird, but I'm kind of confused. Can I just double check with you? Am I crazy, or is this? And you'll get support by the people who know you truly, your true friends, because there's you do have these people in your life, and if you feel you don't have friends with whom you can speak like this, I absolutely would go and seek out a therapist. Someone, usually people post their photos and their profiles on their websites. Someone you find likable, and maybe a phone consultation, consultation. That's very Freudian right there. A phone consultation is enough already, but what you need to do is get a stable image of yourself again, and let go of resentment and the pain, because the party is not over. There's still so much celebrating that we want to do. Yeah. And if your boundary is enough with the negativity, I have the right to have a fun time, whatever this means for you, Cancer. And I'm not hiding parts of me anymore. I have a wild side. I want to go out. I want to do fun things. I don't want to always be so serious and just be a dutiful creature. I mean, maybe this is what it's all about. Also having a bit of the lightheartedness and just playfulness that we had when we were a little bit younger, perhaps. And of course being young is not easy, but so much playfulness, so much fun, and what effort we would go for, or what effort we would make to create purposefully a fun time for ourselves and our friends. Right, and it's so easy to lose this as we grow up, and then when you're dealing with people who are not good for you, then on top of it, so Cancer, time to have some fun, it seems. I wish you a beautiful springtime, Cancer. Take good care of yourself, and if possible, be happy, and I see you around. Bye for now.